Hey guys. Okay. So y'all are gonna be so proud of Max because he didn't have any accidents today. I'm just so proud of this guy because y'all know how bad he was the last time I had a video, and he's just been so good. Look how calm he is. Oh, I love you. Okay. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit. Look how calm he's being. I love it. Okay, I'll let you go play. Alright, so before we get started, I have to show you. Oh my god, look. That's my bike. My butcher paper. Like I have paper at home like that. It's weird. Okay. Anyway, so I just wanted to show y'all some fun things because I'm really sad right now. I forgot my Halloween ears. I love Halloween. Halloween is my #1 favorite holiday, which is weird because I don't like to be scared, but I think I just like to decorate for Halloween, if that makes sense. Anyway, so I wanted to show you some of the fun things that I got for my house. Okay, so the first one is, well, I'll show you this one. I had this one for a long time. Looks like a fun little potions bottle. Okay, I just think it's so pretty. And I got these fun bowls at Target. Woo! I love them. And then I went to Home Goods, and look how fun this is, guys. It has a candle, so I have to be extra careful. But it looks like a skull. How neat is that? Can you see it? Woo! And I'm going to blow the candle out so maybe you can see a little better. Isn't that cool? I just think that's the best. And then my favorite is this guy. I'm going to shake him up so you can see it. Is this guy. And inside the little fleckies, the little flaky things that are like spinning around in there, they're little bats. And now you can see them or not. You see the little bats flying around? Isn't that the best? I'm so in love with this guy. Like, I get home and I try it on. It's my favorite. Okay, so first things first, put your name on your paper. And I'm going to give you a minute to do that because I'm going to go turn on the AC because I forgot to turn it on when I got home and I'm like sweating. So, yeah, about 5.2 seconds to get your name down. Go. Are you done? Okay. Okay. It doesn't take that long to write your name, so you should have it written down. All right. So next, we're going to start with the question #1. Okay, so your page is front and back, guys, so keep that in mind when it's time to turn it. It is front and back, so make sure you do both sides. I want to look at the side that is for let's do the side that says, it should say 5A, page 3 right here. 5A, page 3. That's the side I'm on. And I'm looking at #1. It says, which diagram shows a set and a subset that is not correct? So we're looking for the one that is not showing the correct information. Okay? So I want to talk about that word subset because we may have never heard it before. Okay? So a subset means that you have a group within a group. So that means a group inside of another group. So I did a little example here. So beagles and Labradors, or I should put an S there, beagles and Labradors are a subset of dogs, meaning that these are both types of dogs. Okay? Both of these are types of dogs. So the beagles and Labradors are a subset of dogs. Okay, so this is the set, here are the subsets. All right, so looking again at #1, it says, which diagram shows a set and a subset that is not correct? So let's look at the first one. You have a rectangle and a trapezoid. Well, what do we know about a rectangle? A rectangle has 4 sides. Does a trapezoid have 4 sides? Yes, it does. So technically, those are a correct subset. Okay, number B. Letter B. It says quadrilateral, and inside of that, it says trapezoid. Okay? Quadrilateral means it has 4 sides. And then a trapezoid, does a trapezoid have 4 sides? Yes, it does. Okay? Let's look at C. Polygon, and within polygon, you have quadrilateral. Okay? Are quadrilaterals types of polygons? You tell me. Are they? You should be answering yes. And then D, you have parallelogram and rhombus. Okay? Is a rhombus a type of parallelogram? Yes, it is. So, I think I misled you on the first one, not thinking. A, rectangle and trapezoid. Yes, they both are quadrilaterals, but a trapezoid is not a parallelogram, right? A trapezoid does not have 4 right angles. A trapezoid is not a parallelogram. So, looking at A, B, C, and D, which one makes the least amount of sense? It would have to be A. Okay, so on number 1 there is A, because the rectangle and triangle have too many differences to be considered a correct subset, set and subset with each other. Okay? All right. So the next one I want to talk about is just underneath that one. It's number 3. It says, it's right here. Right here. Okay. It says this graphic organizer is not complete. And if you look at it, there's a missing spot at the bottom. Okay, so we have quadrilateral, we have parallelogram, trapezoid, rectangle, rhombus, and then both rectangle and rhombus are connected to the same box down here. Okay. What should be written in the empty box to best complete the organizer? So whatever we put into that box has to make sense. And again, like I said, both the rectangle and the rhombus are connected to this bottom box. So I want to remind you of something that we talked about in our journal when we were taking notes about polygons. Okay? We said a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle is not a square. Okay? A square is a rectangle because they both have 4 sides, but a rectangle is not a square because a rectangle is too long to be a square. The lengths of the sides of a rectangle are much too long to be a square. Okay? We also said a square is a rhombus, but a rhombus is not a square. Okay? A square is a rhombus because they both have 4 sides. Again, they're both quadrilaterals. However, the angles of the rhombus are not right angles. In a square, you have 4 right angles, but in a rhombus, you have 2 acute and 2 obtuse. So again, a square can be a rectangle, and a square can also be a rhombus. However, a rectangle cannot be a square, and a rhombus cannot be a square. So you kind of have the situation where the square gets to be everything it wants, but poor rhombus and rectangle, they're hanging out by themselves over here. They don't get to be squares. They're not cool. So that should help you answer number 3. Okay. Moving on to, let's go to the back of your paper where it says, should say 5A, page 2. 5A, page 2, and I'm looking at question number 2 right here. Question number 2 says this diagram is not correct. Okay, so at the very top it says triangles classified by angles. Then you have right, acute, and isosceles. How can the diagram be corrected? So they're offering you 4 different choices on how you can correct the diagram so that it does make sense. Okay? How can the diagram be corrected? The first one says F, change the, well, you know what, before we do that, I want to do something else. Okay, so we have triangles by angles and triangles by sides, or by lengths, as I've been saying. So we're talking about angles, we have 3 options. The one that makes a perfect right, or perfect 90-degree angle is your right triangle. Okay, this is the perfect 90 degrees. Okay. The second one is the acute. Remember, it's so cute, it's so little, it's like a little puppy. Okay, and this one is the less than 90 degrees. So it's smaller than 90 degrees. I know it looks like the greater than 90 degrees right now, but I'm just trying to show you that the angle is less than this one. Okay, so this is not saying that it's greater than 90, it's just saying that the angle is smaller than 90 degrees. And then we also have the obtuse angle, which is greater than the 90 degrees. Okay? So this one's greater. So I like to do it by my arms. Straight? Is that straight? Okay. That's a perfect 90-degree angle when you make a perfect L. When you start to get in smaller is your acute. Look how pink my shirt is. Oh, it's on this side. Anyway, so acute and then obtuse is when it starts to get bigger. Out here, it's hard to make my arm go like that. But so here we have all of our acute. Straight up is 90, and then back out here is going to give you your obtuse. Okay. Next, we have our sides by, or triangles by sides, or triangles by lengths. Okay. And the first one we're going to be talking about is the equilateral. In the equilateral, all of them, or all the sides, are equal. So if one side is 2 inches, then all of them are going to be 2 inches as well. Okay. The second one on this side, for sides or lengths, is going to be the isosceles. And if you remember, the isosceles has 2 e's in it, only 2 e's. That means that 2 of my sides are the same. Equilateral, all of them are the same. Isosceles, 2 of them are the same. Okay? That leaves me with the scalene triangle, where none of my sides are the same. Okay? So here we have the equilateral, all of the same. Isosceles, only 2. And scalene, none of them. Okay? So keep that in mind when we're answering number 2 on this side, where it asks us to rename the diagram. Okay? How could the diagram be corrected? F, change the word angles to sides. Change the word angles to sides. So can we do that if I change the whole name to sides? If I have right, acute, and isosceles? I don't think I can, because right and acute are for angles, and isosceles is for sides. So if I change the whole title to sides, then I'm leaving out the right and the acute triangles. Okay? G, change the word right to obtuse. Well, again, if I change the word right to obtuse, guys, where is it? If I change the word right to obtuse, then I have obtuse, acute, and isosceles. So again, I have 2 that are talking about angles, and again, 1 that is only talking about sides. So that wouldn't make a difference. H, change the word acute to equilateral. Okay, if I change the word acute to equilateral, again, I still have the right angle. Then I would have equilateral would have to do with sides, and then isosceles that has to do with sides. But then I'd still be leaving out the right angle, because that, or the right triangle, because that's talking about angles still. And then J, change the word isosceles to obtuse. Okay? Well, that might work, because if I change the word isosceles to obtuse, then I have a right triangle, an acute triangle, and an obtuse triangles. And all of those are talking about angles of triangles. So if they all match, they're all talking about the same thing, right? Right, acute, obtuse, they all fall under the angles category. So on number 2, we have J. Okay. Last one I want to talk about is which one did I want to talk about? Flat out hexagon. I feel like, did I do them all already? No, I guess I wanted to talk about, no, I want to talk about number 3 on the one that is 5A, page 2. This one right here, this big fat one, right here in the middle. Okay? So it says this diagram is not correct. So you have a big subset inside of the big set. Okay? So the big set is quadrilateral. You have another subset of parallelogram, and inside of that you have the rectangle, rhombus, and the square in the middle. Because remember, a square can be both a rectangle and a rhombus. And then on the outside over there you have polygon. So the question says, I burped. The word polygon on the diagram should be changed to what? Okay, so what they want to do is they want to change this one because it doesn't make sense as polygon. Okay, the reason it doesn't make sense is because polygon goes for everything in here. A quadrilateral is a polygon. So polygon cannot be inside quadrilateral. Polygon should be outside of everything. So that's why this one is wrong right here. So we want to change it so that this one is correct. Okay, our first choice is the trapezoid. Well, what do I know about the trapezoid? The trapezoid is, it's a quadrilateral. I'm just going to put quad for now. And I know that it has 4 vertices. Okay, so the trapezoid is my screen turned off. Trapezoid is a quadrilateral and it does have 4 vertices. Okay, now what do I know about quadrilateral? I know that a quadrilateral is a figure with 4 sides. Okay, what do I know about a hexagon? A hexagon is a shape with 6 sides, so it's going to have 6 vertices. And it is a regular, and I just shortened regular to REG, polygon. Okay. And then the octagon, I know it is an 8-sided figure, so it's going to have 8 vertices. And again, it is a regular, I'm all messing up with my handwriting, a regular polygon. So look at what we've written. We wrote trapezoid is a quadrilateral with 4 vertices. Quadrilateral is 4 sides, and hexagon is 6 vertices, regular polygon. Octagon, 8 vertices, regular polygon. Well, do I want to put quadrilateral there again if it's already a set? It already says quadrilateral right here, so why am I going to put quadrilateral again right there? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so I already know the word quadrilateral is out. Okay, hexagon. Hexagon is not a quadrilateral, and neither is octagon. So can it fit inside of this big subset? No, they can't. That tells me that hexagon and octagon is out. But let's check to make sure that trapezoid can actually be the answer. So we know a trapezoid is a quadrilateral with 4 vertices. Okay, so looking at this, it doesn't get to be a parallelogram because it doesn't have 2 pairs of parallel sides. However, it is still a quadrilateral. So that is why the trapezoid would fill the spot of the polygon. Okay? All right, guys. So that is all I have for today. I know it's kind of a long video. I didn't think it was going to be this long. I'm going to try and make them shorter because I'm going way over time. Anyway, so next time I'll have my Halloween stuff. And I do want to let y'all know, guys, that this is going to be the last centers if I don't have people starting to turn in their work on time. Am I making myself clear? And the reason is I'm tired of chasing people for your work. I don't like to fail people, and there's no reason why you should fail, especially when I give you 2 days plus the weekend to get everything done. So please turn in your work and just turn it in, guys, because I want to have centers with you, but it's really hard when you're not doing the work that I ask you to do. So again, this is going to be the last centers if people don't start turning in their, all of their work, okay? And again, make sure your name is on everything. All right, so have a good day. Just have a good day, okay? Bye.